Sure. Yes, start. Ready? One, two,
Okay.
three, go.
Yes,
Start.
sir. Yes, sir. So if we are talking about the new education policy, so according to my team, there is yes, sir. So there is so many loopholes in the new education policy. So if we are if we are seeing, then there is a two sides of every aspect. So there is some like good things in that policy, but there is a lots of improvement needed that policy. So if we are talking about the the setup, so in new education policy there is a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 the system they are dividing the education in the we are talking about first. So the first is when the preschooling in which they said that before, if we are talking about our old education policy, so in which the student is start going in school in age of 6, and according to new education policy the student is start their schooling in age 3. So according to us the education the starting the preschooling age is not good if they start from 3. So they how they leave their mom and they start going to school. It's very difficult to go school for those small children. If we are seeing there is lots of play schools and there are children are going, but the age of 3 is not a learning age for the student. They also need space to play their for their physical growth and all. If they we see if the student is start going their school, so their okay. So in the if we are talking about the when the student start going to school, they have till their job and all these things. They don't have the personal space for their personal physical growth, like they're playing and all. So children also need some time for their for their outdoor playing and all. So if they start going in early age, so they don't have time to for playing. And the second is we are talking about yes, the second problem is that they are saying that they don't have the enough infrastructure to for their students. So they said that you enroll your children in age of 3. So if they enroll their student in age of 3, from where they get the teachers? They said that in urban areas they have like preschool and all, but in rural areas they have like anganwadis and all, but the teacher is not that well educated to teach them. So the government said that we give them a training. Those need less, we give them 6 month training, and those need more, we give them 1 year training. So from where the government is collect the fund for their teachers to complete their 6 month and 1 month 1 year training. So it's issue for there is a issue for in this policy. And second, we are talking about preparatory stage, so in which to no. Hello. Yes, sir. So
Yes, yes,
may
go
I audible,
ahead.
sir?
You have complete 1 minute. Yes,
Yes, sir. So in which they yes, sir. So in which they said that we are we are they said that we are studying the children in their how they learn the different languages. They don't make the compulsion of learning English. They only depend on the schools. They want to learn English or not. But if they are not learning, don't teaching them English, so we all seeing that the in if a student want to go on like in engineering line or in computer line, there is a mandatory language of English. So they are not they don't
Okay,
learn the
time
English.
up,
Then how they cope up with the
time up,
all
time
students?
up, time
So
up. Okay, yeah, time up. Okay, great. Uh, yes,
okay.
Naveen has raised the question. Naveen, do you have something to say? Should I lower your hand, Naveen?
Sorry, it was a mistake from my end. Yeah, I
No problem, no problem, no
without
problem.
knowingly I pressed the button. Okay, yeah.
अच्छा, no problem. Okay, no problem, Naveen. ठीक है. Okay, guys. So now the 30-minute round starts, and Nitika, just make sure that you have enough bandwidth. I think your voice is lagging a bit. So in case if you are like if video is an issue, just I would recommend you can simply stop the video so that you can converse better because at times yeah
Yes,
your video might take a little more bandwidth. So just be cautious of that
yes,
because we can hear you clearly. That's
okay,
not a problem. But seems like whenever the video is on, there is some issue. Chaliye, so all the best. Over to you, team. So let me just give this opportunity now to Team Nitika to start off. So, Amjesh,
yes,
do you have some issue?
Yeah, can we start because Nitika asking a lots of question. So I
We
want
can
to counter
definitely
that.
do that. We can definitely do that. But this doesn't matter. You will get time to respond to Nitika's questions, and I'm sure you will get enough opportunities. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay, sir. No issue.
so let Nitika start. Nitika, my watch starts
yes, sir.
now. So go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nitika, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. May I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. Please start your conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, in there is lots of issues. In second stage, they said that they teach in regional language. So, how they cope up with them? And the main problem is that I want to explain with the help of an example. If the lots of the people come in Delhi from different states, so they go in a school, and the school is able to provide them education in different languages, and how they learn the different languages in a one school. And the school has have the all different languages teachers with them. And if the we are going to we are if we are going to talk about a particular state, and the parents are transferred from different state, then they have to move from one place to different place. And how the children is learn the different language suddenly from the different areas. And the third is, if we are said that till class 6 we don't fifth we don't need to read English if the schools is not permit. So in class 8th, how the children is suddenly learn all things. So it's very difficult to teach a sixth standard student the ABCD and the all basic things of English. So this is a main issue. And third is, the government said that we increase the GDP ratio on education. So, if we are talking about the last time, if we are talking about 2014 and 15, the government is only spend on education is 17%. So, how they sorry they only spend less money on 2.7% of GDP on education. Then how they ensure that in earlier time they spent 6% of GDP on education.
Okay, team, you can respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are a lot of questions. So let's start one to one. So about the regional language. So if you have the policies, 2020 new policies, though regional language is not a compulsory. So even NCRT is not designed a syllabus for that yet. So you can either teach in English, either mother tongue or regional language. It's optional. It's depend on the schools. Like if there is a lot of schools that affiliated from CBSE, so they are more comfortable in CBS English, they will go with English. And state board is more compatible with regional language, then they can go with regional language. So there is no issue with that. And for as you said, if one can transfer and come to Delhi, so how can they like manage? So let me take an example. In current scenario, if I'm working in Punjab, let's suppose, and my children is studying in state board school in Punjabi, and somehow I got transferred and switched to Kerala. So what will I do? So Kannada is difficult to learn for them. So it's not an issue. It's a like it was earlier like a state board. State board is preferred the mother tongue or regional language. So it will continue. If you want, it's completely depend on parents. If they want to learn they want that their children studied in English, then they prefer the English school. If they want, then their children studied in local language, or so they can. It's depend on family also. So like if my family, if my mother tongue or regional language is Hindi, and my family uh, more in English, so I obviously prefer to the schools that prefer these things in English. About the yeah the, and you have also asked about the GDP. So it's a government things. Like if a government says like we will increase it from 1.6 to 6%, so it's a government, so government will do. So we don't think about that. And about that 1.6 to 6 is almost around like 4% increment. So like 40 so sorry, not for, it's a huge uh, increase in GDP. So our school condition only, especially, and when the government is asking that they will increase the GDP, so most of the amount will be uh, spending on the government schools or their infrastructure, not the private school. Private schools have their infrastructures. And one thing you have also said earlier, like uh, age, like right now the education start at the age of 6, and this policy will starting age of 3. So for your knowledge, I'll share some stats. If you see in the metropolitan cities, not the metropolitan cities, I am living in a small town, and there are around 10 to 12 schools for offering the play schools. So if in a small towns, if you get the 10 to 12 play schools, then in the metropolitan cities or big cities, it will be like huge amount of schools. And the my son is 3 year old, and he is going play school in my village. So in my village means there's a Anganwadi that is offering these facilities. You send the children here. We will teach the things. They, that doesn't means they are not qualified. So they are just asking the children to play, and like they are playing, they are like learning countings by playing activities. So there is no issues about the teacher and about the training of the teachers. So for higher education purpose, obviously these new education policies needs to it means the we will increase the analytical power, critical thinking power of the students. So teacher need to obviously upgraded yourself. So the government proposed a like course. So by 2030, every teacher should pass that exam. That a 4-year course basically. The teacher studied on your own and passed that degree. So that's all from my sides. And I am passing it to Amjes. Amjes, please continue if you want.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep sir. Basically, you are giving the two questions and answer. So I am starting with the personal space. There is Nitika said child need to a personal space because in a new policy, the schooling start with the 3 year, and in current policy, schooling start with the 6 year. Let's give one example with in my village. Lots of student and lots of child who age of 5 and 6 year, he playing on the road and outside and inside of road. That time of lots of thing happening as like accident, and if think about Nitika, if you think about if the child is spending a 5 year on the road and in a house, then how to handle after the 5 year in a school, and is this possible to handle that type of child in a school? So I'm putting some expected ratio in a previous some year by year. Jharkhand and Assam have a 33% of a student drop out of the primary school. So reason is the interest, because the child interest in playing continue 5 year on the road and home. After that, the parents are forcing to going to the school. So I think the new policy create 3 year. It's not strictly the 3 year, but yeah, it's if the child going to in a 3 year, and the first is a 5 year foundation. There is the 3 year on play school and 2 year for the first and second class. So the foundation, in a foundation, no any exams, no any exams. So children only going to the school for the playing. So think about if you creating think about the new policy create a very interesting thing for the which type of child who doesn't want to giving the exam, because we are already facing that. If as like sir said that tomorrow is the exam, then I think 30 and 20% student are absent these days. So, and the second thing is infrastructure, and for the age of 3. Yeah, this is the very good question, but I want to correct you. In a rural area, Anganwadi. So in a rural area, no, there is a lot of space which is vacant. And I think in my village, Anganwadi is very good because there is a lot of space. So if it's not a very hectic for the managing the infrastructure, and you just another thing you raised, the educated teacher, and you, I'm correct you, the in a new policy, government give the 4 year teacher training to all old teacher. So it's not a problem we know about. if you change the very old thing and traditional thing, so you're facing a lot of issue, but we cannot
Anger.
leave that.
Okay, so do you give that opportunity to Nitika? You have to say,
Yeah.
Anjesh. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Sagar want to say, sir.
Yes, Sagar.
Yes, sir. As Amjesh sir, you just mentioned that infrastructure, about infrastructure, you have a better, your village have better Anganwadi, and the teachers, they are getting the training. It is not about your village only. It is about the whole India. This policy is just not just not for your village. It is just for the a whole country. And as if I talk about infrastructure, so it is mentioned in the new education policy that the in the middle in the stage of the middle one, means if from class 6 to 8, there will be a lot there, the focus will be more on practical knowledges. So as for the practicals, we required a lab, like chemistry labs and physics labs, other labs for experiments. So for the, as the condition of the government schools are so worse that the one who is lower middle, means the middle class or lower middle, they are also doing they are also working so hard so that they can send their send their children to a good school, means something like Hindi medium, where they can get their children can get the good education. And infrastructure and the government schools, the number of teachers are so less. And if the teachers are there, but that quality of the education is not so good, that parents, they are started sending their children to the schools, means private schools and the other schools which they can afford to. So sir, what do you want to say about this?
Okay.
Okay.
So Sagar, as you said, like about the government school. So first of all, I want to say that this policy is not for the government school. Is it is also for the private schools. So we have around 1 lakh government schools and around 4 lakhs unaided private schools. So you are just focusing on the 1 lakh schools. You are also focusing on the 4 lakh schools that have good infrastructures. So let's suppose, take an example. If there is
In
thousand,
here.
sorry, there is 1,000 students, okay, and those 1,000 students, out of those 1,000 students, 600, oh sorry, 700 students are studying in private schools, and only 300 students are studying in government schools. So ultimately, we are increasing the power of their 700 schools, and for 300 schools, the government decided to increase the GDP, although it will not happen in one day. It will take time, but government had already decided to increase the GDP for the schools infrastructure as well. So this policy will not like impose to the schools like on Monday or on Tuesday. It will take to implement around 1 or 2 years or 3 years. So in 3 years, they will also develop these infrastructures. And one good thing of this policy between 6 to 8 class, that they have 10 days back free schools. Back free schools means there will be no back. They will go just like internship. They will do internship. This internship can be in a, like in an organization, in a schools. It's depend on the vocational skills that they want to learn.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, first you are talking about the GDP. The Kothari Commission had recommended 6% allocation way back in 1964. And till that, they say the 6% of GDP. But till now, we are not reach to that point. Till now, we only reach if we are talking about our current study. So the only 2.7% GDP is used on education. And you said that the government is not, we are talking about government schools, we are also talking about private school. But private schools are different. All students are not afforded the education from private schools. The private school nowadays also private school providing good education, but we are talking about government education. The government provide us, we pay like taxes and all to government to increase their GDP, and they use that GDP for our education. So and we all know very well the situation of government schools in our India. The teachers, they don't pay attention to the students and all. And you said that the internship from till 6th to 8th class. So we said that according to law, the education, the working age of the children is after 18 year. So how they do the internship in age of very small age? How we how we thought that in age of 6 they are doing the professional thing and they do internship, and at that age they need to write and learn the things. So how we say that. And one thing more, they said that they want to increase the ratio of enrollment of students. Now the 26.3 percentage of percent children get admission in for higher education, and they try to increase it to 50%. So, and if we are talking about the scholars, so according to the economic survey on the 1 lakh of population, according to 2017 and 18, only 15 researcher on 1 lakh of students. So, and they want to increase the seats from 3.5 crore seats for the enrollment of students. Then what they do to increase the involvement ratio of students, what they are going to do for that? Only making the policy is not enough. What they are going to do for the implementation of the all policies?
Yeah. So the implementation hasn't started yet due to the COVID, but they have planned the things. Like, let me explain one by one, as you have asked a lot of questions. So you have asked first question about the government about the government schools. Okay. So in 1960, and you have also taken example of 1964. The GDP should be expand this. So let's note back to the 1964. Let's come to the point. So if I compare to 1964 to 2020, so there are a lot of schools that government have provided at primary level. Okay, and like government asked that government said that they spent 6%, but they didn't mention that how they spend the 10% or 6% of GDP. It may be like they provided aid to all private schools. It means they will provide the teacher salary, and student just need to pay only 10% of their fees. Like in private schools, if a student pay 1,000 rupee per month, then it may be they pay only 100 rupees, and it will be easily affordable for everyone, I think so. So it is depend how government should spend the 6% of the GDP. And the second thing you said about the internship. So internship that doesn't means you need to go to the company. Internship on the vocational skills is like vocational. First of all we need to understand about the vocational education. Okay, please continue, and I will answer up.
So as you say that before before this topic, you are saying about the language that uh, as example that you are going to other state and there is no problem because you have uh, you know two languages. But I think uh, government passes this rule that you have one mother tongue and other one you have to learn any other language which is known as Bharatiya language, and third third is there is no options. And now I'm giving an example that if I am living in Haryana and I know Haryanvi and I know Hindi, but as you know that there is 65% of people who are not available, sorry, who are not able to study in private schools. They are able in government schools. So if they go to government school, then they have to pass an government job, and they are transferred to Chennai. There nobody know Haryanvi and nobody know about Hindi. So what can we do next? And when we talk about the infrastructure, you are saying that when children get admission in the age of 3 years, there is no problem because there are many children who are living in village and they are 6 years old, but they are not taking education. But when they are in 3 years old, they are taking admission in schools. But I think every children is not so talented that they can pass the test of education, because I know that in private schools or in Hindi medium schools, everyone have to pass a test to take admission in classes. And the third one is that the teachers of our government schools and Hindi medium schools, I'm not talking about English medium schools here, like CBSE and ICSE. I'm talking about low level schools, because there are not so capable children who are taking admission in high profile schools. So there are no teachers who have so talent to provide the study to the students, because you can see the videos on the YouTube that the teachers of Bihar, UP, they cannot know the spelling of alphabet. So government can change the infrastructure of teachers and education. They cannot change it now. They can change it step by step. So don't you think this is not possible? Because there is teachers are not capable, and then when I'm thinking
Yeah.
about that, okay.
Jai, can you give?
Okay. You are basically talking about the infrastructure of the private school and the government school. Basically, you have also mentioned the in government school teacher. You have mentioned the Bihar and UP. He does not know the spelling of alphabets. I think you should have the also the data, the how much Bihari and UP student have qualified the IS exam. How can it possible if Bihari teacher does not know what is the spelling of the alphabet? This is my first question. And other thing is that the government aim to make the schooling available to everyone with the help of the new education policy 2020. I want to remind the report given by the National Sample Survey Office. According to NSSO report, 32 million Indian children are never attend the school. And according to the survey 2011 of by Indian government, the 8.4 million children who has age belong to the 17 and below to the 17 year, it never went to the school. I am giving the two survey data. And you are, also you have the mention okay, how to improve the infrastructure of our government school. We are going to 10 to 5 year back, and we saw the infrastructure of our government schools. What is the condition of government school? In government school, there is a no bench. Students are going with our own bags and sitting on the floor. But now in this time, every government school, you saw the example of government school in Delhi, and also you saw the many. I have give the many schools in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. There have the digital classroom. Yeah, we are developing in the slowly, but we have currently in our education policy, your teammate has also mentioned that we are spending 1% GDP. And also I have the one question for your teammates. Your teammates mentioned that we are spending 1% GDP according to 1968 education policy. In 1968, what is the GDP of India? I think we are now in this time going to touch the 5 trillion economy. But what is the economic condition of India at that time? GDP are calculated and the economic condition. Now in this time 1% GDP value, and that time 1%
Last
GDP value
15
are
minutes.
very big gap between these GDP.
Hang here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hang here, sir.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, sir, I want to ask that there are like in when we talk about our the graduations changes that they made, the same thing was made by Delhi universities, like when they made Delhi University, and at that time a lot of criticism was there, and people they denied that this should be of 3 years, not of 4 years, and the government is doing the same thing now also. And and one more thing I want to ask, that in 2013, and when the UPA government was there, they they say when they put the things that the foreign universities will can also make open their branch in India, but and this according to this new policy, top 50 universities can sit means can set the campus in India. But at that time, in 2013, top 20 universities of foreign countries, they never shown the interest in it. So, sir, what you want to say that the government, what the step of the government that can increase means that can pull the foreign universities to India, or what the benefit that are going to give a government is going to give. And one more thing, sir, that means the things they are the knowledge they are giving in their colleges, means in their uh, main branches there. So thus is that they are going to give the same uh, thing and same knowledge here as well, means the quality of education will be good or not, sir, please.
Okay. Well said. You asking a question about if the government. First of all, you ask a 3 year. If the government creating in a new policy, graduation is the 4 year. I am correct you. It's a multiple exit and out method. Here is the multiple exit and out method. Let's suppose
And
if you
yes,
have a
I just want to add one thing.
okay.
Sir, for that also, for the job and competition level, the one has to get 3 year. One has to be take the classes for 3 years. Means the only the benefit of it is that if one is dropped due to financial problem in 1 year or 2 year, they can continue afterwards. After, means suppose they have the budget, after 3 years they can continue. This is the only thing, they are the only benefit of it, and none other than that. And then they have to get 3 years knowledge, means they have to study 3 years to get graduate. For that they will get the certificate, and then they will only get the degree certificate in 3 years. So, sir,
Okay.
the only benefit
India.
is that they can.
India.
Yes.
Okay. You asking a question, and after that, sometime you giving the same which I want. You giving the answer, and I think you better understand why. What is the benefit of the multiple exit and entry and exit? And I'm correcting on some point. First is the first of all, in the first year of any graduation, you it's called a certification, and after that 2 year you complete, it's a diploma, and after that 3 year, it's a called a degree. And government restrict here for the any government job, and you can apply for after the 3 year. So you also said that the benefit. I'm not going to second thing. And for in a 4 year, a student going to learn how to research. So and
Yes, sir.
second question. Let me complete. Second question, you said government allow a top 50 university to the open branch. So my dear friend, think about, if your competitor is very powerful, then how to manage your university. So this is called the creating a level of university. And you mentioned the UPA government. Yeah, UPA government giving the putting the some as like a 50 lakh crore before you open a university in India. Next, I'm passed to Pradeep sir to give the answer.
Yeah, I just want to answer on a question like only ex only exit and then join is only one benefits. That's not true. There is a lot of benefits. First benefit, like I am doing graduations and choose a subject computer. Like I have completed first year and second year. Okay, so I got a diploma after second year, and suddenly I got a news like there is some vacancy in court for steno or in military or in something else, and the what is the requirement? Requirement is diploma in computer. So I have, but I still didn't complete my graduation, but I have diploma, so I can apply those, and if I select, then I have a job before my graduation. And so this graduation want students to skillful, not the like trained. It wants educated. in any stream.
Thank you, sir. Hello?
Yeah, continue.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You said that the multiple entry and exit rule. So we are talking about that if they have to draw for financial issue. So if we are talking about financial issues, then government provide the like scholarship to SC, OBC, and all those. It's a good thing that they are providing the scholarship to all those students, but the government is not adding anything for the general student. They don't have like well financial background. Maybe they also the general category also some people are not that well economically well to pursue their studies. So in this policy, what they are going to do for those students? They are not mention anything for the scholarship for general student.
Okay. Okay. Nitika, you can. You said
And
that the
and
multiple.
yes, sir, I want to add one more thing.
Ritika, just don't interrupt in between. I think let them cover the point. Even only if they allow, then you are
Okay,
supposed
sir.
to speak. Yeah. Just make sure that you are not speaking in.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I think Sagar said that the poor, if the poor student have no money, then it's a benefit for the multiple exit entry. I'm correct you. Lots of benefit for the multiple entry and exit. As like I am occurred with the accident and I am required some 1 year and 6 months for the recovering. That time it's also helping me, and lots of issue as like I am because in our new policy. In a middle we can and a secondary we can also learn a vocational and some computer course. Think about if I'm interested in the vocational course, I'm learning the carpenting and something. If I'm a girl and I'm learning some silai and something like that. So how to so it's a very I'm getting opportunity for anywhere, and I'm doing 2 and 3 year in a job, and after that I want to switching in my education. So that time it's also giving the
Last
benefit.
5 minutes, guys. Last 5 minutes. I repeat, last 5 minutes.
Okay. And I want to give a chance to Vivek. He putting some.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
yes, I have mm, putting my major points. That is the major points is common entrance exam related to. So lots of student have giving the exam in different state and different cities. So the I from my point of view, the exam is um, mm, student student price has gone and efforts has gone and not chance for other exam. So this is the major problem for every person and every student. Yes.
Okay, Vivek.
And yes.
Let me complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I want to add some point. In new education policy comes with a various benefit. I think one of them is the special dynamic boarding school to establish in every state, every district in India. And this boarding school will be used for the participation in various activities related to the play, career, and arts. I want to raise a question. Why India on less than 2-3 medals in Olympic? Why? it's a failure of our current education policy. We have no any university or any boarding school that only trained in our specific activities like the play. Well, except cricket, India has very below in every sports activity, because cricket is the uh, not a government policy. He is run by the private organization. So India is doing well in cricket. The cricket policy is good. Cricket has every state trainer. Cricket has every city has the trainer and the coach available. But in any sports or any activity, they want to become a singer and they want to become a actor. There is no schooling in every state, every district. So India are very behind in this field. So I think new education policy comes with this benefit. Our government has targeted and our government has the budget for this, doing these types of special boarding school.
And yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sure, sure.
So, like
Take.
you are talking about that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, sir is talking about like this policy is sporting to the like games and arts and all. But the we see that any person is want to get admission for their like graduation. So there is till now we only need the percentage of our 12th standard. So now they are not giving that more stress on 12th level like marks. They are also conducting more another exam, national like testing agency. So they conducted an exam for like getting admission for higher education. So they are only they are creating the burden on the mind of like students. Till now they only need for like 12th standard marks, but
Last two
now they
minutes, guys.
have to qualify one more exam, and they are not adding. They said that we are sporting to the arts and all, but they are not giving any reservation for the people. They are in games some in some field they are giving the reservation for only games, but they are not giving the reservation for arts, and those are socially active people and all them. They all also have the certificate, but in this they are not giving any like reservation for those students. Then how we say
Okay.
that they are giving like good.
Okay. So Nikita, let me answer your questions. So first of all, you said about they are removing the 10th and 12th percentage. So it's good to remove the 10th and 12th percentage. Let me take an example. If you are studying in CBSE board, then the average percentage of the student is above 90. And if you are studying in state board like UP, so the percentage is average percentage is 80%. Like if I am talking about the toppers, so topper is around 92%. Topper is having 92%, and in CBSE board, topper is having 99%. So in this case, it is not about the student performance, it is about the
Last
board
1 minute,
standard,
guys.
how the yeah sir how they calculate. So and universities is taking admission on the basis of merit. So the UP board topper
And yes, sir.
doesn't get admission, and CBSE board topper, let me complete. CBSE board topper get the admission. And second things about the entrance exam. So we are having a lot of entrance exam, IIT, IEEE, state board universities and private universities. Now we have only a one admission. So we are removing the pressure of the students. Just pass that only one exam, and that will be happen twice in a year, and got the admission. If you have high
Last
rank,
30
then
seconds.
get IIT, and then IEEE, and then private universities. So we are removing the
And
burden
yes,
from the
sir.
students and set a common standard for all. Okay, please continue.
Yes, sir. So we
And
have to
Nikita.
ad- yes, sir. So we have to train our teachers. Not we are not dividing into the, like CBSE board and government schools. So we have to like look over the government schools. We train our teachers as equal to the CBSE board teachers, so they also get the higher marks. And if we are talking about like how the student we try to remove the stress on the teacher, then the government is not adding any like committee, like they counsel, they give the counseling to the student, but they in which field they want to go. Why they are not adding the counseling like a committee for the students to choose their stream?
Last time,
Yes, sir. So only
Okay, all
dividing
the
is
state
not a
boards.
good thing. They also provide the like they and the,
okay, guys, stop. Okay, so great. I think it's done. And finally, we are at the closure of it. Great job. I think from all of you, from both the teams, you fought till the last. And in fact, both the teams were really good. Now it's a tough competition for us to decide. Maybe we might have to refer to a few stages at the recording in order to understand completely. That's the reason we have recorded it completely. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for your valuable time. I think you will must be feeling a little bit lighter. Have tight sleep, have good food, enjoy the winter, and come back with the same enthuse and energy tomorrow. So all the best, and I think Sunil, Gawande, and Amit, please
sir, I
stay
want to
back for the
clear one
class.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Nitika.
Yes, sir. That Samaira give an example on like those UP and Bihar side like student. So
Yeah.
the she is only giving an example. She is not only saying that those people are not well
I
educated
know.
or all. She is only need an example, and that's why she is using the word of like those.
No,
We
no, we
know
have
in all
examples
over
from
India
Haryana
lots
also.
of
Don't
people
worry.
are well.
We are
Yes.
we are not
So
Yeah, we
she is
have
only
examples
taking
from
taking as a
every
example.
corner
Don't
of the
take
world.
it seriously.
yeah, yeah.
No, 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 no.
We
They
are
are
not
not taking
taking as
seriously.
Yes,
a
sir.
There is
personal.
So for giving an example, we have to choose a particular like.
you
Yes,
guys
sir.
are very good friends from
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yes.
Nitika is right.
By the way, yeah, yeah. We understand, we
Yes, sir.
understand. Good that you
Nitika is right
clarified.
because don't take it personal. I'm saying to the team,
Yeah,
don't take it personal. It is an example only, and
sure,
it
sure.
is only a debate. So we have to talk.
Don't
Jay,
worry, we
Jay,
are not
Jay,
taking
did you take that
I will take
personal?
it. Don't worry, we are not taking personal. We
No,
have
they would definitely not take.
Yes, sir.
Trust me,
he
they
is
are.
from Mahagathbandhan. He will take it.
Yeah, he
Yes,
values
sir.
Mahagathbandhan, so even they are
I
actually
think,
eyeing on Bihar,
sir,
sorry, Haryana at the moment.
I have, sir, only one complaint. I
Yeah,
think we have the less time for debate. I think debate should be
I think we don't have
Yes,
time.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I
Yes, sir.
also
I
I
didn't
also
get the
want to
time.
speak more. Yes, sir.
Sir, we
see,
don't
guys,
see any conclusion of this debate. We have less
see,
time.
I understand. So don't worry, we will give you amount of time. The only thing is that the constraint of time will be there everywhere. So the idea was that when you are replying to things, always keep time in your mind. That you really have to prove points. So I think the debate is never ending. And trust me, if you guys stay at end here, there will be ample opportunities like this. So just to give you an idea, I think we have overshot 1 hour, okay, which is a good amount of time.
Yes.
So no, never mind. We will give you another opportunity. There are so many other debates which are lined up. I think both the teams will appear for another debate to other respective against other teams maybe tomorrow or day after. So you will get time. So don't worry on that. So I think we
Yes.
should call it a day. And how did you guys find it? Did you guys enjoy it? Everyone?
Yes, sir. A
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's very exciting.
A lot.
Great, great. So that's my win. That's NG's win. If you guys engage well, you are enjoying well. That's my win. So all the best,
We learned a
everyone.
lot.
I think, sir, we should ask the feedback from the audience. We are only asking.
We learned a lot.
So Abhishek is there. Hey, Abhishek, are you there?
Yes, Anubhav. I was very much patiently waiting for my chance to speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Please go
nonetheless,
ahead.
okay, so I'll just briefly take 3 to 4 minutes of everyone. Hi, I'm Abhishek this side, guys. Sorry, I couldn't speak much then. I was actually certainly outside. So yeah, okay. I heard really both the sides, and I must appreciate the fact that both the sides really put a remarkable amount of research, and at the same point of time, they put enough efforts to really fight for it from not only the level where they study, but on a practical level where they know things, and they've also stated their experience. Like it's just not key. You've studied it from the computer and you just come here to say, which is great, because this is what makes a debate on a very practical level, and this is what we love. And coming from a background I luckily got a chance to study in different education backgrounds, including our countries and international as well. And stating from that, I would just like to summarize that yes, the new education policies do have some loopholes. Yes, it is not right at some points. Yes, it needs a lot of improvement. But again, realizing from the fact that from wherever we actually came up from 18th century to now, and then now to sudden, there's bound to be mistakes, there are bound to be issues, there are bound to be loopholes, which obviously only come in place once we go through it. So probably there are more loopholes that we cannot see, and we're just overseeing the fact that okay, this is one, this is two, this is three, which only comes with experience. And we at the same point of time need to give any government, it's not about one government, it's not about one party, we need to give the whole government a particular time or tenure to really improve. And at the same point of time, it's not that the government is not doing anything about it, they are. Yes, on a practical level it may be less than what it's been stated for, but probably I think for what I could understand, it needs more bit of more time. And yes, the policies are good, great. To some level, they are very hurting. To few, it's really not in their favor. To many, it's in their favor. But it's the much needed devil that we needed. Like it's something that we needed for quite some time. And I feel personally that coming from seeing different education backgrounds, Indian education, trust me on every part. I can personally say it from my own experience, we needed a change. We desperately needed a change, and we've got it. So I think making things better and debating on it and trying to find loopholes is the way to go. And I really love the experience, how it's going, how Anubhav is taking ahead, and how India is really becoming what it's supposed to be and what it's imagined to be. And I really love all your experiences, guys. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, from my end, that's all I wanted to say.
Great. Thank you so much, Abhishek. It was wonderful hearing you out. And
Thank
I
you,
think,
Anubhav.
yeah, in fact, all of us believed in the idea of education as a way forward to a better future. Unfortunately, this education was not leading to a better future. We have had discussed numerous times about the efficacy of the Indian education system. I think from the rote learning perspective, it is making a lot of people wise. But from the perspective of going and working in the real world, communication skill, functional communication, aspects of education which deals with practicality, pragmatism were not taken into account. I was very hopeful that, I mean, I don't know, but we have education. I'm associated to few colleges across Delhi NCR, which is School Maharaja Agri Engineering College, New Era. I happened to speak to their founders and the educationists there, including the dean and everyone. First time ever, AICT has introduced functional communication as a part of the curriculum, and we are really happy to teach BTech students. Trust me, they needed more than anybody else because they are out to market. And not to mention, we have students from IIT also. Deepak is from IIT who has joined us. So he himself is facing, he's such an intelligent guy, such a curious guy, such an inquisitive guy, but unfortunately, only because of communication, things lag, things do not move. So thank you so much again, and I think on this note we should end this conversation. And I really thank each one of you to kindly take out the time, be here, and I think this is a true win of India, and people are happy and people are engaged. Thank you again. All the best. Good night to all of you. Take care.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.